This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listening to us at WNJCradio.com.
Stay tuned, my friends, for the Doc and Amy comedy show. The couple that agree to disagree. Take it away, Doc and Amy.
Bob Representative, get Fred.
Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
Alrighty then. Hello, everyone. Shut up, Charlie Manson. I guess this is going to be one of those shows that's going to be very, very exciting. Somehow I'm just losing all of my senses. Today we have an exciting guest. We have a contest or two. We have some things that, just may surprise you. We want to encourage you to join us on the World Wide Web at thedocandamyshow.com. Our Twitter account is ablaze. You can follow us on Twitter at Doc and Amy Show. That's correct.
At Doc and Amy Show.
At Doc and Amy Show. Okay.
Yep.
I've been tweeting around on that, so I'm getting my feet wet there. And we've got news and all kinds of things that we normally do. Today, we will have a guest, Mr. Will Black. He's a phenomenal recording artist from Canada, by way of Bermuda sometimes. He'll be joining us on the show. He's kicking off a U.S. tour in Philadelphia very soon. We're going to be finding out about that, and we're going to be giving away an autographed CD.
We are.
So
Can I call in?
No. So stand by your phones for that. We'll get a caller to win an autographed Will Black CD. We'll play some music for you. It's kind of he describes it as a cross between Bon Jovi and Springsteen, and he is absolutely correct. It's excellent music.
It is. Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Well, he should know. We will be getting that underway as well. Sorry for the weird takeoff there. We kind of bounced down the runway.
That's okay.
Yeah,
it's better than Southwest.
It happens.
Landing at the wrong runway.
Or Northwest when the pilots are gassed.
So
today we do. I'm going to go ahead and kick this off because we've got a lot of things to pack in today's show. Now, Robert is with us again. Hello, Robert. How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Robert, we're putting you on the spot again for our Two People, One Quote. Now, last week, Robert went nuts, and it was 4-1, I think, in that game.
Yeah, it was.
So the production staff is up 2 games in the Two People, One Quote series. We're going to see how they fare today. Robert is representing WNJC Bruisers in that corner, and Amy is over in this corner.
I don't get an adjective?
Huh? It happens so often.
You probably can't say that on the air.
Yes, I'm completely out of adjectives at this point. So what we're going to do is get Robert and Amy to jump in on this. It's Two People, One Quote. Amy supplies a quote, and then she gives Robert 2 choices as to who authored the quote. He has to guess. If he's right, then it's his point, so forth and so on. There are no prizes, so it's just for the pure excitement of it.
I'm thinking this whole time I could have just lied and said he was wrong.
Yeah, you could have.
I could do that.
You just thought of that. Wow. Okay.
I wouldn't do that. That's wrong.
Jeez, ever the professional.
I would
Okay,
feel guilty.
I would too. So, without any further ado, let's kick this off and see how this goes this week.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
First quote. The White House announced that President Obama will visit Pope Francis in the near future. Pope Francis thinks Obamacare will be a success. Sure, he's the Pope. He has to believe in miracles. Was it Conan O'Brien or Jay Leno?
Oh, wow. Well, they actually would both say something like that. So that's just purely a
Not
guess
going to make it
now.
easy. Yes, that's right.
Jay Leno.
You are correct.
Oh, 1 point for Robert.
You know what? I don't even care if I won because the quotes this week are funny.
They are.
They are good. He laughed at every single one.
But
So-
Robert's off to an early lead,
Yes,
so we'll
he
see
is.
how this pans out. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Quote 2. A lot of people think the Pope has gone crazy with power. I heard a couple of weeks ago he had his uncle executed. Was that Jimmy Fallon or David Letterman?
Well, I don't think Jimmy Fallon would say that because I believe he's Catholic, and it could be a very mortal sin.
That never stops a comment.
Okay.
He's drinking a little holy water.
You're not supposed to drink that.
What was the choice again?
David Letterman
Letterman, okay.
or Jimmy Fallon?
I want to say Letterman.
You're correct.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, two.
I got to do some
nothing.
research about their.
I think Robert's been staying up nights watching television.
I know. Okay, the third quote. A new study found that more than 11 million people have quit Facebook in the last 3 years. And unfortunately, none of them were your parents. Was that Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien?
It sounds like Conan.
You would be wrong. So I got
All right,
one
Amy is
today,
on the
and that
board.
might be
Okay.
it.
Yeah, there we go. It's
That
2-1.
might be it.
Robert, but you're doing
He always
splendidly.
does.
Yes.
He always does. Okay, quote 4. The Labor Department reported that last week, 347,000 people quit looking for work. And in New Jersey, 50,000 quit driving to work. Was it Jay Leno or David Letterman?
That's a tough one again. I'm going to take a guess. Jay Leno.
You're correct.
Oh,
so
3-1.
he won.
We always play 5, but that
This is the last one. I like this one.
And
This
of course,
is
that
funny.
last one was referring to the Chris Christie debacle.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So last one. Justin Bieber reportedly caused $20,000 in damage to his neighbor's house by egging it. It's being called the most pointless use of an egg since the fertilization of Justin Bieber. Was it Conan O'Brien or Jay Leno?
Oh, Conan O'Brien.
It was Conan.
Oh, 4-1.
Wow.
Well
Trounce.
done, Robert.
Trouncage.
And as always,
Thank you very
he's
much.
Oh, come on now.
amazing at this game.
He is. He always wins.
He is. Well,
just not
like I
right.
say, I think either he studies or he cheats. I don't know which.
No,
But
I think he just has a good knack for what the talk show, late night talk show hosts would say.
Just kind of a feel for the thing.
Yeah, these were funny quotes, though.
Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today a gentleman named Will Black, who is a Canadian recording artist of renown. He does some great music. We have been exchanging back and forth, and he's kicking off a U.S. tour. And we get to kind of bring that to your attention here on the Doc and Amy Show. We have him as a guest. Will, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, Doc. How you doing?
We're doing just fine. Thank you, Will. Pleasure to have you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we're hoping you can hear us as well. Now, we are talking about your U.S. tour, and I was, giving a little bit of information. Can you kind of fill us in on what's happening there when that's kicking off?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, what's happening is next month I'm just doing a small 5-date tour, and the first 2 dates, February 20th and 21st, are actually in the Toronto area. Mm-hmm. Then the following week, I'm actually going to be in Philadelphia on the 26th at a bar called the Grape Room in the Philly area. And then on the Friday night, I'm up in New York City, downtown Manhattan, at a bar called Fontana's. And then the Saturday night, I'm doing a fun gig in a friend's restaurant called the Spaghetti Stain, and that's all the way up in Dover, New Hampshire, about an hour north of Boston. So yeah, they're actually getting my first shows in the U.S. Ever, I think. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I lost you a little bit there. Was the name of the restaurant the Spaghetti Stain or the Spaghetti Stand?
Yeah. It's the Spaghetti Stain.
It is. Oh wow, that's a really catchy name. I was just being smart.
Well,
I thought you said Stain.
If your boys ever open a restaurant, they will have to do a franchise of that because I've seen them eat.
Love that.
Yeah.
That is the coolest restaurant name ever.
Well, you know what?
And I'm assuming they serve Italian food there.
I'm going to guess.
Yeah. Well, if we're ever in New Hampshire, I'm not even kidding you. I'm going to the Spaghetti
Just to get a
Stain.
picture of the sign.
Just so I can say I've been there. That
Excellent.
is
Well,
awesome.
Okay, now, Will, I was doing a little reading. Now, I want to kind of back up a little bit to kind of tell folks what you've been doing in your career. Didn't you kind of get an early start in cruise ships and things like that?
Right, yeah. Well, I guess it goes back. I've been playing professionally now for, 12 years, but when I first started actually doing it pro, I was on the cruise ships, and I did a stint on both Carnival and Celebrity Cruise Lines from about 2001 through to 2004, and I remember it quite vividly because the first week that I was starting on the Carnival Inspiration out of New Orleans, I was actually at the time based out of Vancouver, and I was just a weekend warrior doing the pub circuit on weekends. But I remember particularly that first gig because we were supposed to fly on 9/11.
Oh gosh, what timing!
No, and my buddy and I happened to have our whole. It was a guitar duo, a rock guitar duo called the Door Crashers, and we had our whole rehearsal studio set up in my buddy's parents' living room, and they had this big screen TV. And I remember us. It wasn't. Sorry, we were supposed to fly. I think it was on the Thursday, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, 9/11 was on a Tuesday, give or take. And I remember us watching the towers in the whole catastrophe, and I looked at him. I said, "Ray, I don't think we're flying this week, man."
That was a good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching with a group of people, and I just said, enjoy your last day of freedom. And, that was kind of prophetic. It took a while to come to fruition, but kind of looks like that was true.
Everybody remembers what they were doing.
Oh, yeah. I was watching TV.
At that moment. And I happened to be watching Good Morning America, and they were actually doing a story on the towers.
Mm-hmm. So they were in the background,
Obviously, they didn't know what was going to happen. So they had a camera on the towers, and Charles Gibson's just doing this, he's doing
oh, there you go.
There we go. Okay, well that probably sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
He was doing a story on the towers, and he's talking, and the film's behind him, and he has no idea what's going on because he's not watching it, and all of a sudden the plane hits and everyone's like, what's going on? So anyway, I didn't mean to digress, but
that's all right.
Anyway,
we're having a little,
so
little
what was
bout
it
of
like?
digression.
What was it like being on a cruise ship? Was that fun?
I think, fun is a good word to start it with. I've got lots of friends that still work cruise ships and so forth, and people ask me all the time what it's like to work on a ship. I mean, I think as a musician, you're kind of on the upper echelon of the tradespeople that are on the ship.
Right.
Your restrictions are a little bit more lax than, say, if you one of the swabbies working, cleaning the decks,
right.
for instance. The life on a cruise ship is a great place to bank money. We always used to joke that the musicians on the cruise ships are either young guys who were just out of school, whether it be Berklee School of Music or some, whatever college or school they'd gone to for music, or they were guys who just basically been divorced.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And they need the money.
And it's funny because you kind of had really young guys and you kind of had guys who are like mid-30s and up. And everyone was sort of either like in a transition period in their life when they were on there, because to be on a ship, you have to really
leave everything
really
behind
detach from the rest of whatever life you had back home. It's a great place to bank money, drink a lot of booze,
eat a lot of food,
meet a lot of other gals, and have fun with that.
I spent 6 years in the Navy.
It's a big party, right? But for me, it was a great place to work on my chops and get out and play. I was playing seven nights a week on board, and when I was on Carnival, and then I ended up meeting my wife as soon as I was on Carnival. We've been together for 12 years now.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yes. So it's a happy ending then.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
That's
cool.
Good.
Way better than Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Which happened on the ship as well.
There you go. Oh my gosh.
Now, what we're planning to do here, I know you have a selection that you were talking about playing for us. We have another one also pre-recorded that we're going to do, and we're also going to give away an autographed Will Black CD, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
You got it. For sure, that'd be awesome.
Okay, well, what I want to do is give our listeners advance notice that after you play your live version of one of your pieces, we are going to solicit a phone call, and the first caller will receive that autographed Will Black CD. So stay tuned, stand by your phone. We can make that happen. Now, what the tune that you have in mind? What? Give us some intro on that.
Sure. Yeah. The tune I'm going to play is, I guess it's sort of the big ballad off of the latest record I've done. The album's called Dangerously Close.
Mm-hmm.
It was recorded at Metalworks Studios in Toronto, And this tune's called Holy Love. And all my stuff was pretty much written on acoustic guitar. This one started out pretty much the way you're going to hear it now, and then evolved a bit for the version that's on the record. And of course, if anyone's curious, they can hear and stream the whole album online at willblack.com/dangerously close.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, we are looking forward to hearing that anytime you're ready.
All right, let's do it. Let's pick up the axe here.
Okay.
This is coming to you live from Bermuda, by the way, everybody. That's where I am right now.
Oh, you're in Bermuda?
Yeah.
Lucky dog.
Gotta hate that.
Yeah, it's a little
If I could
warmer.
curse on the radio, I would totally curse you out right now.
All right, let's do this. Here we go.
Oh, ready.
This fuse we share, burning. Maybe I finally learning what to say to heal how I wishing that you could show me right from the start. I gotta hold love. Hold on, my baby, love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold love. Yeah, I cut my soul, lay it on the line. Drink me up till the well runs dry. I like it with you on this new moon night. Smile so crooked and look to you so right. I gotta hold love. Hold on, my baby, love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold it. I promised you wave on. I know what I cried to rain. Yeah. I'm flirting with madness. Still, all I can feel is the goddamn hate. Hold on, my baby, love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold it. Hold on, little baby. Hold on now, darling. Hold on now, my baby, love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold love. I gotta hold love. Hey. I gotta hold it, love.
There you go. All right. Well, This would be the day to pick up a new favorite song, and I think I just did.
Awesome.
Thank you very much for that. That was amazing. That, again, was Will Black, a friend of the show. He's kicking off his United States tour next month, I believe,
Yeah.
February 26th. And we'll be following that closely as we go. So
I have to say that I'm a little addicted to Pretty Garden right now.
yes, yeah, me too.
I'm like cursing it because I can't. It's like it's stuck in my head and I can't stop singing it. It's driving me crazy. Like I just find I'll just be walking around, I'll just be singing it. That's a good thing though.
Well, we do want to tell folks that there are links for Will Black on our website, on all of the pages. We have links to all friends of the show on the More Stuff page, the final page of our website. There is some special information about his upcoming tour. You'll want to check that out, and anything else that comes along. We'll certainly keep you posted. Now, Will, if you're ready for this, what I'd like to do is open a phone line here so that folks can call in and win that autographed Will Black CD. And the special number for that is 856-232-7077. That's 856-232-7077. Please call now. We are standing by. You can win that Will Smith CD, Will Black CD. Sorry, Will.
Smith CD.
I'm sitting here.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to call for giving that away.
Yes, I apologize. I don't multitask well.
So do they have to answer some sort of like skill testing question or something?
No, they just have to be able. They have to be able to master communicating on the telephone.
Yeah,
So,
they have to be able to know their numbers
yes, we don't
and dial.
we don't have huge expectations for
No,
our
we
crowd
don't.
here in the Duck and Amy Show. That is
Okay.
856-232-7077. Please call in. Now that was an amazing selection, Will. We appreciate that. Now, is there any special history or any kind of muse that you have behind that song that helped you come up with that?
I'm trying to think. What can I say about that tune? I think when I wrote that one, that was something that just basically started on the lyric. It was one of these songs I kind of had one line that the whole song built itself around, and that was I think with her smile so crooked and the moves that she uses so right. I think if I remember when I wrote that, I mean it's been a couple of years since I wrote it. That was once excuse me, where I sat down and started with that line, and about 90 minutes later, the song was pretty much done, and it hasn't changed, and it really hasn't changed much since then. The version on the record was kind of fun because I brought in a really great violin and viola player, Drew Jureka is his name, and when I was in Toronto at Metalworks, and we actually did a whole string arrangement, sort of like a big, about a 90-second sort of build to that tune. And then I got my good friend Jennifer Taylor, who's a vocalist in the Toronto area. She came and sang some harmony vocals with me on that one. But it's a very sparsely arranged tune on the album. Really just guitar and a bit of piano, and that was it. It's just, I guess the lyric really says a lot to that tune.
Well, that is, there's a lot of feeling there. I know. Now, I've written a book of poetry. And
cool.
It's called "Why Giants Don't Wear Kilts and Other Illustrations." Most of my selections actually began with a phrase like "There once was." No, I'm kidding. It's not lyrics, but
Once upon a time.
yes. No, I completely understand that.
place.
Once there's a thought that plants itself in your mind, and all of a sudden it's like it sprouts, and a lot of things occur that way. There are happy accidents sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Now, what kind of do you normally play? Pretty intimate surroundings. Do you have some other things in the works? I know you're down there in Bermuda. You're playing there? What's that like?
Yeah, sorry, you broke up a bit there, but I think I got it. You want to hear about what I'm doing sort of live-wise here in Bermuda?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. Well, so I mentioned sort of carry on the story from before. I got on the cruise ships, did that for probably 3 years, which was great. Got me doing it full time. I think at the time I was 21. And then In 2005, through the ships, literally, because let me back up a year. In 2004, we did a run here to Bermuda out of Philly, actually, back when you guys used to take cruise ships down in the dockyards there.
All right.
Yeah.
Which you guys don't do anymore. But we used to sail to Philly and Norfolk and into Bermuda, and I lined up a gig for the following season at a bar called Hug Penny Pub. And it's an English-style pub right in the heart of downtown Hamilton, Bermuda, which is the capital of Bermuda.
Oh, are you still there, Will?
You still there? All right.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. That was God.
Got a caller. All right, let's
He's
pause.
calling about the holy love.
we do. I would hate to interrupt you. We do have a caller on the line, and let's see if we can get that.
The Doc and Amy show. Are you calling for the CD?
Yes.
Oh, wow. We have it sounds like a young caller. Hello. Who is this?
This is David.
David. Nice to meet you, David. Thank you for calling the Doc and Amy show. How did you like that selection of Will's?
I liked it. I thought it was very good.
Oh, well, thank you. Now, you are called on a local line. You're from around the Philly area, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, well, cool. How old are you, buddy?
I'm 13.
Excellent. Well,
Awesome.
Will, you're coming up with a whole brand new crop of fans. That's great. So, what grade you in there, David?
Excuse me?
I said, what grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
Excellent. Well, looks like we have some up-and-coming young folks that really appreciate what good music is. You just hang on there, David. We will make sure we get your information, and we will get that autographed CD out to you. And
All right, thank you.
And I thank you for calling. And
Thank you.
I will get with Will to make sure that he gets that in your hands. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, and tell your friends about us.
All right.
All right. See you later. Thanks, David. Well, there you go, Will. You've got a whole new genre of fans there. It looks like.
That's awesome. You know, I'll tell you, it's such a strange time that we live in from modern music because on a lot of different levels. But one of the things I find really interesting is I've got a younger sister who's 13 years younger than me, so she's 22, 21, and you know, it's funny how kids her age and even younger, and particularly David's age, they're coming up. You know, they're in an environment here where they're getting most of their music through the internet, and there isn't one or two main sources of places that they're getting their music, like MTV, Much Music, or even their local radio station. It's from everywhere, and what's happened is you get so many different niche genres now are getting are really connecting with their niche market of fans. And I say that because when I hear kids David's age that are 13 and they're into rock music or whatever, it's so cool because up till about 3 or even 5 years ago, rock really was taking a hit.
It was
particularly in the U.S. with urban and pop music. But now with the way that YouTube is so strong and bandwidth is getting stronger and stronger every year, and everyone's access, any kid coming up can listen to anything they want whenever they want.
Yeah. Well, and I'm waiting for Dixieland to make its comeback. That's where I'm from. So
see, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so
she's way younger than me, Will.
We all know what the music was like then. So I found myself, now there wasn't the internet then, searching for good music, and I had a search, and I turned to classic rock. Because really a lot of the pop, I mean, yeah, there's some cool pop tunes from the 80s. They're fun. But, I wanted something that really spoke to me more, and I searched for classic rock, and I still enjoy him, but I was obsessed with Bruce Springsteen. Now, I probably have close to 40 Bruce Springsteen CDs, and of course he didn't release that many, but I have Japanese releases, I have rare releases.
Right, all the bootleg stuff.
I would, yes, and I would go to...
She plays them backwards to hear the satanic
messages.
messages.
No, I went to certain places. There's a place here, New Hope, in PA, where they had this little record store that was the biggest fire hazard ever, and I'd search through and try to find... anything Bruce Springsteen I could find, because there wasn't any good music. So I actually had to work to search out good music, and Bruce Springsteen was my
He's the guy.
person of choosing, and I guess that's probably why I like your music so much, because
oh, thanks. Yeah, Yeah, Amy, we share the same sort of era of upbringing. I mean, 80s and 90s was when I came up to, and it's funny. It's like a lot. It's funny because when I look back now at music I didn't like in the late 80s and early 90s, like when I was in high school.
Right.
I look back now because I guess I was very protective of the music I grew up that was very inspirational to me. Like I was a big 80s rock kind of guy. So, Bon Jovi, Europe, Van Halen. I mean, that was really what I was into when I was about David's age and kind of up till I graduated high school. So when the alternative rock explosion happened in like 91, 92 out of Seattle with Nirvana and Soundgarden and Pearl Jam, I was very anti that because it really was a kick in the pants that rock and roll needed and knocked a lot of those 80s hair bands off the radar. But now when I go back and listen to that music, I mean, over the years I've grown to love those.
Me
bands.
too.
I think Soundgarden and Pearl Jam are two of the greatest rock bands ever. I love those guys. Pearl Jam in particular, big fan. And
you kids and your rock and roll.
What probably the band I follow most now, and Doc's, I'm going to ask him to just leave his comments to himself, is Wilco, which is, I'm sure you're familiar. It's a band out of Chicago.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great band. Yep.
I am huge Wilco fan.
Well, I have an Eddie Vedder.
And of course, they don't play Wilco on the radio. They're another band that I searched out, and I continue to do so. And I was, they don't really tour around here that much, but couple years ago, I was able to go to a concert in Maryland, and then 2 years ago, they actually came to Camden, New Jersey, which they'd never done before.
No one does.
Yeah, so that's my big band now.
Well, I have an Eddie Vedder story. I was doing some security work, mostly backstage, green room kind of stuff, in this great big venue. It had like 22,000 people seated on the lawn, and then there was the pavilion seating. I was on stage doing security for Pearl Jam, trying to keep the crowd off the stage. And Eddie Vedder goes across to the front apron of the stage, and they had all their cases out until there was just like a 2-foot walkway on the very front of the apron there. And so I went behind him, and I'm pushing people off the stage they're trying to get on. He turns around to come back because it's his time to be back at the mic was on us, and I had nowhere to go, so I just knelt down. He jumped on my back and then off my back, ran back to the mic and started singing again, and I'm still about half crippled from that. So that's my Eddie Vedder story. We're going to pause here for a commercial break, pay a little bit of bills and some homage to some good folks that follow the show, and we will be back momentarily. We're going to be talking with Will Black and maybe taking your calls. All right. Well, we are getting that up and running. We will also be doing some news later. Now, Will, are you still with us there?
Absolutely.
All right. We're going to be doing a little bit of a quiz if you're up for that. Amy usually hits. Okay. Amy usually. I'm not hearing Will in my headphones here, but I can hear him over there on a remote. Amy usually hits me with that quiz. It's going to be your turn, so we're going to impose on you for that. But do bear with us. We're going to go to commercial here, and we will be right back. Hey, everybody. This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show. I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine, CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now, and when it comes to computers, they can help you out, too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. Hey, if you'd like to be a guest on the Doc and Amy Show and exhibit your talent, let us know about it at www.thedocandamyshow.com, right there on the World Wide Web. That's thedocandamyshow.com. If you're an up-and-coming performer, if you have some kind of talent you'd like to showcase on our program, we'd love to have you. Just let us know. www.thedocandamyshow.com. You could be our next star. And we'd also like to let you know that our friends at CPS Computer have a second area that you can visit them. They have an opening location at in Cinnaminson at 1204 US 130, Suite 4. That's still CPS Computer. They still do the free diagnostics. They still have lots of machines, lots of things that can help you upgrade your current system with. You can reach them at 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300. That's CPS Computers in Woodbury Heights, and again, now in Cinnaminson. All right, now we are in the midst of speaking with our friend of the show, Will Black, who has graced us with a beautiful tune. We're going to get to another of his selections later. Can you hear us all right now, Will?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty loud and clear. You're cutting out for me a little bit sometimes, Doc, but I'll just give you a heads up. Otherwise, I'm pretty much here. I'm 90. I'm 93% here.
Okay,
that's good.
Well,
it's better than 92. So
that's still what? It's a B plus. So we'll take that.
Yeah. No, that's actually an A minus.
I don't know. We didn't have that stuff when I went to school.
We didn't count that high back then.
My textbook was scrolls and things like that. So we do have some news that we'd like to get to. We always do a news segment on the Doc and Amy show. So we are going to cut to that right now. Top news with Doc and Amy. Researchers find pelvis, the new Chinese Titanic. Chris Kraft isn't just for boats anymore. Fake fast food photos. Brooks and Dunn working on Putin, Scootin', Boogie, and more. Here with Doc and Amy. Today, our first story is about the White Castle. I don't know if you are familiar with the White Castle hamburger, that little square hamburger that comes out of Columbus, Ohio since 1934. It was the original slider. Folks call everything sliders now. This is a slider. The Time magazine story puts the White Castle burger at the top of the list of the 17 most influential burgers of all time.
Please.
Apparently have a lot of time on their hands.
It's exciting.
Beating out burgers from McDonald's and the In-N-Out. Now, the In-N-Out burger, apparently these folks found that Metamucil makes a great binder. Okay, I don't know. Also, out of Norway, Norwegian students know their algebra. The students set a new record for solving equations, turning through nearly 5 million algebra equations in a week via the Dragon Box application. This is in Oslo, Norway. It took about, there's a lot of stuff on here. 3 hours. I'm going through this.
He fell asleep while he was telling the story.
Trying to speed up here. We have a lot of things to fill. What this says is that they beat the record, just trounced the record by 5 million in a week doing algebra apps. They were actually in the 2012 Program for International Student Assessment. They ranked 30. And in the U.S., we were 31st. Now, the students in Minnesota are going to be trying to take the challenge to solve 250,000 equations in a week. My, what underachievers.
But wait, they're using an app, so who cares? Why is that a big deal? Why don't they actually solve them using their brains?
Because they are. They're solving the equations. The Norwegians... and basically this harder than Norwegian algebra is kind of the topic for this now. 250,000 a week. Way to go there in Minnesota. Now, do you have a story as well for our news? We're trying to mix this up a little bit.
Sure. So the first story is about Target, which has been in the news lately. So after the uproar about the theft of Target credit card numbers from Target changed the name of their red card to the In the Red card.
Okay.
Nice.
That's appropriate.
Yeah, it really is. And then in light of the scandal regarding the bridge closings, Chris Christie has hired the law firm of Ellen & Bose, who is nationally renowned for their expertise at covering up cover-ups.
That's what you need, yes.
Yeah. And then one more, we have typical of their cutting edge and insightful reporting style. Yahoo runs a story which has all of us saying, why didn't we realize that? The headline, fast food always looks better in the ads.
Yeah, there
I
you
wish
go.
I would have thought of
Wow,
about
who
that.
knew?
I never
Yeah.
realized that before.
Also in the news this week, the Pope's Harley and leather jacket are up for sale. apparently the proceeds are going for a children's soup kitchen in order to feed the hungry. Very good. He's really a forward-thinking Pope. He's on Twitter and all kinds of things. The guy's pretty hip. He's actually doing some more stuff for the youth. He's actually going to open a little pizza place. Arcade kind of establishment. He's going to call it Chuck E. Jesus. In China, the Chinese theme parks sometimes, are getting slammed for bad taste. In the Sichuan province, they're building a full-size replica of the Titanic. And it will let hundreds of visitors at a time experience the shipwreck. It's going to be complete with the simulated iceberg. So some people think that's in...
Wow.
Yeah. Some people think that's in bad taste. I don't know. I kind of like that, as well as their plans for the Tsunami Water Park and the Chicago Fire Village.
That's great. Lovely. Yeah. So in light of the fact that the Olympics will be beginning soon in Russia,
right.
and there's been a lot in the news about it lately,
Gonna
I
have a
just
gay
thought
old
I'd
time, yes.
I just thought I'd give 5 things about Vladimir Putin that we may not have realized before.
Excellent.
All right.
Yeah. 1, he worked as a spy. 2, he's ruled Russia for a decade, although part of that time he was prime minister. 3, he's an academic. He has a law degree and a PhD in economics. Wow. Smart guy. 4, he has an extensive international diplomacy experience, including that time when he was fishing and waved to Sarah Palin across the Arctic Circle.
In her backyard. Hello.
And then 5, he loves the Pillsbury Doughboy, Debbie Boone, and is a health nut. He once shot a man for feeding his dog a non-organic pet treat. So, warm and fuzzy.
And he owns one shirt for special occasions.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, this week in Winchester, England, researchers found a pelvis. The University of Winchester said they found a pelvis in a box of bones in the city's museum. They believe to be from the legendary leader or his son, King Edward the Elder. So they think they found a famous pelvis. So they're riding high on this announcement. Next week, they're going to be looking for Kate Moss's ass and Miley Cyrus's boobs.
That's delightful.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay.
I'm just over here in case you need me.
Yeah. Okay. And then the last story I have today is again about Russia, because it's been in the news a lot.
We love Russia. Yeah.
We've all heard about the controversy regarding the Russian Olympics and how they're anti-gay. So now there's a new controversy in town. Apparently, a Russian company has captured 7 orcas, and they're going to be on display at the Dolphinarium, which is right near the Winter Olympics, the site in which that's going to be held. So this has us all scratching our heads asking why? Why would they do this to the orcas? And the answer is the orcas are gay.
Okay.
So that is why they,
there you go. Yes. They're actually going to be kept in a deep pit known as the orgasm. I don't know. I'm just. I just jump in where I can.
Yeah.
So, Will, have you hung up yet?
Oh, I'm loving this, man. This is great.
Yes, we're
I'm laughing more on the inside, though.
Yeah, me too. Really, I think everyone.
I'm melting on the inside.
So what we've done is we have selected another tune that has become a personal favorite for both of us, and we wanted to do that as well. Give you a little breather there, and give folks another chance to hear something powerful tune that you have graced us as to being able to play. We want to remind them that you're going to be kicking off your U.S. tour the 26th of next month right here in Philly. You can go to our website, thedocandamyshow.com, and get information on that. Just look over the whole site. It's everywhere. And what we'll do is keep you posted on other things that will be up and coming. So we'd like to do this. We're going to play. And Amy, why don't you introduce this for us?
Okay, this is a tune called Pretty Garden by Will Black.
Oh, yeah, right on.
And this is the one I cannot get out of my head.
I know, I love it.
Doc and I had a little disagreement about which one to play, but I won because I'm in control. So
she's a chick.
So I'm
says
playing
enough.
this. So anyway, here we go. Pretty Garden by Will Black.
next door. Your pretty garden, so sweet, summer storm. Flowers and cherries drip above in the trees. Your pretty garden, call to me. Hold on. Your pretty garden, when we play, hey, your pretty garden, I'll sanctuary, rock the rhythm, entertainment tonight. Your pretty garden, treat me right, down, down, down. Through halls in heaven, she come 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 down. Your pretty garden, away we will steal. So electric and real. Kick back the figs and jeans, a dreamer. I wanna know your pretty garden. Let it grow down, down, down. Through halls in heaven, she come 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 down.
Through holes in heaven, we call down.
Through holes in heaven, through holes in heaven, through holes in heaven, through holes in heaven, she come down. Your pretty garden, your pretty garden, your pretty garden, your pretty garden, yeah, yeah. Your pretty garden, your pretty garden, your pretty garden, your pretty garden, yeah, your pretty garden.
All right, there you go. That was Pretty Garden by Will Black. Not Will Smith, as I said earlier. You can slap me for that. I love that. That's a lot of fun.
I'm totally digging that song.
And you know what? We're celebrating National Popcorn Day today. It's the 19th. So, if you were sitting back with enjoying your popcorn, that would be like the perfect few minutes of your life.
Okay,
right
sure.
It's National Popcorn Day?
It is National Popcorn Day, the 19th, yes. Tomorrow's National...
No.
Actually, tomorrow is 3 simultaneous holidays. It's National Butter Crunch Day, Penguin Awareness Day, and, of course, Martin Luther King Jr. birthday.
Right.
So there's going to be a lot going on tomorrow.
Last Sunday it was Feast of the Fabulous Men Day.
Yes, it was.
Whatever that is supposed to be.
And boy, did I feast.
No.
Jeez. So now, Will, you said there's some background there. So, we played the song.
Yeah.
And let's just set it up.
Sure. Okay, so that tune, that was the first tune that we actually recorded for the record. We did that song about that. Actually, that recording you're hearing is from 2010. and it was something that like originally was going to be released as a single, and then we ended up just using it in the album. And it's actually, there's a video for that on my YouTube channel that we filmed, a proper music video at Hogpenny in Bermuda.
That's what I was
yeah.
playing it from. Yeah. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
actually watching the video while we were listening to it. So
She can
cool.
multitask.
Cool.
I
Yeah,
can't.
it's a fun video. It shows what a typical Friday night at Hogpenny pub's like, and I've got the band set up there. But what I want to say is, that solo in there, I love that guitar solo. That's played by a good buddy of mine. His name's Mike Conto, and we recorded the vocals and the guitars in a, of all places, a bedroom here in Bermuda. But then we did the bass and drums and mixing and mastering all that back at Metalwork Studios, the rest of the record. But that solo was that was a one-take solo that Mike did on that.
Oh, cool.
And I've had lots of people remark how awesome a solo that is, and I'm the biggest fan of it, and I just thought it was amazing that he nailed that in one take.
Wow.
yeah, I like when it hits 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Then it gets really exciting for me because you did a lot of fun.
Oh, it opens wide up.
Unexpected things, and I enjoy that. You know, there's a couple little things that you threw in there that I wasn't expecting, and I ran into Doc. I'm like, you gotta hear this.
That's why she sticks with me, because she likes the unexpected. That, by golly, is me.
No, I just like it when people get creative with their music and throw in something that you're not expecting. It just makes it exciting, makes the song exciting. So,
Well, if you folks out there want to throw in something unexpected, you still have a little bit of time. It's 856-232-7077. We're talking with Will Black from Canada, Bermuda, and all over the place. He's going to be here next month, playing right here in Philly. So go to our website, thedocandamyshow.com, and check out all the info on that. I believe we've taken care of most of our business, which is good. We're way ahead of schedule. Take care of business. We're way ahead of schedule, which is good. We get some time to talk. So now, what do you have any things further down the road that people should know about, Will? Any more tours or any more releases, anything like that?
Yeah, well, let me tell you about something I just did today, which is relevant to everyone everywhere. I just did a 2-hour live stream show from, actually my bedroom here in Bermuda. Now, before I get any dirty ideas.
Whoa, okay, we're not that kind of show. No, go ahead.
It was a music performance, and specifically it was a Bon Jovi tribute show that me and my Will Black Ops street team, I say street team, but most of the promotion, in fact, all the promotion was done online on Facebook and Twitter. We spent a couple of weeks promoting it, and we had, I think our peak viewership during the show, there was 118 people actually tuned into the live stream, which was cool. And basically, it was 2 hours of me performing a request by Bon Jovi, and I threw in a couple of originals as well. And the reason I mention that is every Sunday I do an acoustic live stream performance that people are welcome to watch. It's free. You don't need to sign up for anything. You just go to the live stream channel. And then once the season at Hogpenny kicks in again, I do Friday nights direct from the bar. So if you want to see what's happening at the Bermuda's home of rock and roll music, you can check that out on Friday nights, sort of from April 1st onwards. But I try and keep lots of things happening content-wise with my fans, and all the information for that, I would suggest that people go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Will Black, and there's lots of links on there for the live stream and so forth.
Oh, excellent. Well, as a matter of coincidence, I think today we hit our peak listenership. Thank you, David.
we had one person listening.
We have
That's awesome. Hitting your target market.
Yes, that's right.
There you go.
We got the kids.
We apparently have quite a streaming audience. We have some folks around the country who pick us up both our archive shows on our website and streaming. So we appreciate that. Keep listening. You can Twitter us. At Doc and Amy Show. I just got into that, Will. I was today. I was twitting all over the place. I couldn't stop myself.
Yeah, watch out where you shoot your Twitters.
Yeah.
there was a comment just came to my head. I'll have to say
Yeah,
it for later.
unfortunately, we have to edit ourselves a lot, or the show would probably be a lot more funny.
Yes,
but
we would have had
We're going
one
out
episode.
over, the radio.
Broadcast,
It's not
yes.
just screaming.
Oh, I forgot you guys are on the Disney Network, right?
Oh, yeah,
That's right.
okay.
So as a broadcast format, we kind of have to rein ourselves in. So,
Yeah.
But we do have to thank you. I mean, this has been just a blast.
That was fun, yeah.
We appreciate you, Will, giving us some time and samples of your music. We are looking forward to your U.S. tour starting here in Philly next month. That's just amazing. We're going to be having folks all over our website and all over Twitter and so forth. I'm sure getting more information on that. And tickets are available through. If you go to our website, go on the last page, the More Stuff page, there's a link there. You can get tickets, you can get merchandise, all kinds of stuff. So we want to direct you to that. And we do have something queued up that we're going to go out with, another friend of the show. But thank you, Will, so much. Do keep in touch with us. You're certainly welcome to call in from time to time. We need an international correspondent, so by golly, you're elected.
And we will get you the information for the CD.
Yes.
And let you know what to
Yes.
do with that.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, guys, and thanks for having me on the show. It's the first U.S. radio show I've ever done. So
awesome.
Well,
Very
I'm a
cool.
virgin to your country's airwaves no more.
There you go.
Well, just sit back and have a cigarette then. We certainly enjoyed it. We want to remind our listeners here in the U.S. That you can join us at www.thedocandamyshow.com. You can tweet us at Doc and Amy Show. There's some other stuff too, but I forget. You can Gmail. We
Stand outside and scream our names really loud. We'll come running.
and hold a sign. But we do thank you, Will. Please visit with us again from time to time. We're here every Sunday, and we will be keeping folks apprised of the up and coming things concerning Will Black. So thank you so much.
Here's Amy. Thanks, Doc.
Thank you. We are going to go out with a tune
Todd Chappelle.
by Todd Chappelle, friend of the show, and we will see you all next Sunday. Thank you all.
I'm so happy that I can call you mine. We'll be together until the end of time sheet. I'm so happy that you are my wife, because you'll always be the love of my lift. I'll give you the moon, I'll give you the stars. You'll always be a party meet. So come take my handrail and walk with me, 'cause we'll never be apartheid. Like I said, I'll wait. I'll waitress. I'll waitress. Not wait. I'll wait. I'll treasure the first day that we met. It's a moment that I never will forgive. I'm so happy that I can call you mine. We'll be together until the end of time sheet.
This is 1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.